Welcome back to Musings this week. I'm your host Eliza, and with me as always is the enigmatic Alan. Today we're diving into a Hackernews thread that sparked some discussion in the AI and computing communities. Alan, have you had a chance to look at it?
Oh yes, Eliza. It's quite an intriguing conversation about a hypothetical basic GPU with a whopping 128 GB of RAM to rival NVIDIA's hold on local generative AI. It sounds like a power move, but the thread really unpacks the complexities behind such a proposition.
Exactly, Alan. The original post seems to come from someone in the trenches of high-performance computing. They mention NVIDIA's ecosystem, which isn't just about the hardware, but all about the interconnected libraries, standards, and software.
Right. It's not a simple plug-and-play situation. It's a whole orchestration with NVLink crossbars, switches, libraries like GPU Direct, and a lot more. I think the post is spot on. The networking effects and the ecosystem that NVIDIA has built over the years are substantial barriers to entry.
But let's not gloss over the counterpoints made in the thread. There's talk about the local LLMs being VRAM bottlenecked. Apple's unified memory architecture is praised for giving users access to large amounts of VRAM, albeit not as fast as NVIDIA's offerings.
Certainly, Eliza. The thread brings up how for local AI model inference, performance isn't the only key. What's crucial is the ability to run these models at all, which many can't do without significant VRAM. On that note, developers seem to be moving towards hardware that offers more memory, even if it's not as performant, purely based on accessibility and cost.
Then there's the user who's been working on Llama 3 inference software, discussing the possibility of parallelizing inference workloads to multiple GPUs with minimal connectivity. It's a whole different approach to think about, more focused on inference operations rather than training, with GPUs acting in a pipelined fashion.
True, and that kind of innovation showcases that it might not be all about competing directly with NVIDIA's training clusters. Intel's foray into a ML accelerator card shows there's already a move in that direction, though their approach also includes training capability.
What about the issue of proprietary ecosystems versus open-source communities? There's a sentiment that if given the chance, the open-source community could foster rapid improvement of a competing platform, especially if hobbyists find a way in.
Absolutely, Eliza. Even though AMD's cards are brought up as theoretically better, they still lack that polished performance and mature library support. The discussion reflects a desire for something new to shake up the market. It all comes down to seeing if any company can deliver on the hardware and then support it with the necessary software ecosystem.
To wrap up, the conversation turns a little philosophical, doesn't it? There's a reflection on the drive for open sharing versus the competitive nature of research and business. Open source versus guarded innovation.
It's the classic dichotomy in tech and innovation, Eliza. While some lament the closed-off nature of certain ecosystems, it's clear that as long as results are being produced and papers published, the industry tends to chug along as is.